Okay, welcome back to round 4 of our Hot Wings Challenge. It's my pleasure to introduce you the next 2 guests. We've got Anita Louie, who is our clerkship director, who is also simulation faculty here, and also an ex-resident of our program. And we also have Jeff Greco, who is our ultrasound director, our ultrasound fellowship director, who trained at Northwell, and he's going to talk a little bit more about ultrasound and orthopedics. So why don't we start with first hot wings, actually.
Oh my gosh.
So this is round
I was worried about this.
4.
Oh my gosh.
This is round 4, and I will tell you that I've already had hiccups once, and I've already had diaphoresis. So I'm anticipating some like numbness and tingling of my scalp this round. So I bid you farewell. I bid you good luck. And, and maybe not farewell.
Where's the site of Malox?
Oh my gosh.
We
need a 12-lead EKG, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So thanks for coming today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anita, tell us about the simulation department here. I will tell you that when I came here, in 2012, our simulation department was very, very small, almost close to non-existent. And that is not the case anymore. So tell me about how it's evolved into kind of, the beast that it is today.
Yeah, so basically by coming to our residency, you're essentially having a built-in simulation fellowship because it is heavily embedded into our residency program. We have 4 faculty in our simulation department, and actually I think a lot of the success of the simulation department is accredited to Dr. Richard Shin, who is
that the handsome guy over there on the right?
The handsome guy in the top right corner there. He has really spearheaded our simulation department, and I think that he has brought on Dr. Anika Niklani, brought on Dr. Callie Combs, me, and we have one simulation fellow right now, currently Dr. Dave Simon as well, who's doing a lot of great work with the residents here. So.
Right. And it's November. Have we matched a resident fellow for next year?
We have.
Who's that?
We have Dr. Kentley, who is going to be.
Is that the guy with the bilateral earrings?
He's a guy that, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I love him. He's a good guy. So basically you are perpetuating a tradition of matching an amazing simulation fellow.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great.
Of course.
That's great. So how is Sim incorporated into our curriculum and kind of our weekly experience here at NYPQ?
So, like I said, you're basically doing a sim fellowship when you come here. You start off every week. We have one-to-one sim. What that really entails is that you are paired up with one core faculty member or simulation faculty member, and we really walk you through one-on-one, one resident, one faculty member through a case. That really allows the resident to shine and, show them how amazing they are and how great they are, and also at the same time learn what they may not be so good at. So we have the one-to-one sim followed by morning sim. So morning sim starts around 8:30. The one-to-one resident is joined by his or her colleague, and we again go through another case. And then during conference itself, we have small group sim, and every 5th Wednesday we have procedure lab. So that really kind of solidifies and strengthens our procedural competency in this residency program. Yeah.
So it sounds like on any given Wednesday, one resident could actually have 3 sim encounters because they could have morning one-on-one sim plus group sim in the morning plus sim in conference.
Right.
That's amazing. That
is amazing.
They
actually want more. They want more of it. They do.
Well, look, I mean, it's 2020, and we all know that learners these days are very, very keen on learning through simulation and interactive means. So it's the right thing to do.
And we keep it super fun because the sim department is amazing.
The one-on-one sim seems to be a good assessment tool as well. So if you're struggling in certain areas, then it's a perfect opportunity to highlight areas of deficiencies where we can help you grow in, essentially.
And also, to be perfectly honest, for them, the residents, to not feel embarrassed or not feel like they can't speak up about anything,
Right.
they have an opportunity to really be themselves and really open themselves up to us, you know?
Okay. So, I mean, I obviously, you must be
Yeah.
filming a lot of sim too, because I see some
Yes,
YouTube clips.
we do
and
have
that's,
some YouTube videos
Yeah.
that are on. I hate the sound of my voice, so you will not hear me in any of these videos. But
Right.
yeah,
Well, that's great. And tell me about
you're
your.
going for it. You're gonna go for it. Oh God.
Oh yeah, I'll dive in at some point.
Oh God.
I was wondering. I was like, I was gonna be like, the white boy isn't eating his wings yet. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
First, I wanted to smell to make sure I still have my sense of smell. COVID screener, and then.
That's good. This is a good screening tool,
It
right?
is.
I'll be like, hello, can you smell this? Oh.
We need to bring this to triage.
Tell me about Sim Wars, because I know that we have recently been doing a lot more Sim Wars and competing in Sim Wars. I feel like we always do very, very well in Sim.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, the one-to-one, the morning sim, the group sim, all of that really prepares us for what really matters, which is the
Competition.
which is the competition, right? The Sim Wars, and we are the top left. I guess the top photo is us last year during all NYC Sim Wars,
Yeah.
and if you look at the bottom left one, that is us at SAEM 2019, where I'm so proud, 100% bragging rights. We placed third in the nation.
That's
the
awesome.
nation for
That's awesome. That's,
insert
by the way,
next
for everybody listening, that's pre-COVID. As you can see on the right is post-COVID with all the masks.
Right.
But they did very well as well.
Yeah, we are still, everything's kind of a little bit different for the all NYC this year. They are doing individual groups, and then the brackets kind of get divided even further. So we're still waiting to hear back the results, but I have a good feeling about us because, you know, we're number one. We are the best residency, essentially.
That's excellent. You know, another thing I might mention is simulation, our role of simulation within the hospital in general. It's more than just emergency medicine sim. Emergency medicine really owns sim in our hospital, right? Like, we are the pioneers of sim at NYPQ, and we train every other specialty. Isn't that correct?
Right, absolutely. So when the hospital actually was, we got a large grant, a large donation as well, and they are deciding to invest in our simulation department. So these are the plans, the blueprints for the simulation lab that is going to be opening up, projected September of 2021. And what it is we as emergency medicine simulation faculty, we are leading all of these sessions, not only within our residency, but also we have a lot of interdisciplinary approach, interdepartmental sessions as well. So this is something that's really exciting for all of us, and we really love it.
Right. And I think that's a great opportunity for EM residents because they're able to teach ACLS to other departments. They're able to teach PALS. They're able to be involved in ATLS for other departments. They're able to teach FAST and ultrasounds to proficiency to our surgeons. So we really do own sim at NYPQ.
Yeah.
I can't wait till it's open. It's got a great blueprint, and I mean, if this is a good depiction of what the simulation lab will be, I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic.
I'm very excited about our new state-of-the-art facility. It's really awesome.
Right, and so thank you for telling us all about sim. Now, are you okay? Yeah. Now you get to eat the wing.
I'm dying
because he was dying over there.
Oh
Are you okay?
gosh.
Are you able to now talk about ultrasound?
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So Jeff, all jokes aside, Jeff Greco came to us not too long ago, about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, after he trained at Northwell, the Northwell program, for both residency training and fellowship, ultrasound fellowship. And he's been a wonderful addition to our core faculty, and we're very happy to have him. Jeff, tell us tell us more about the ultrasound program here and how it's interwoven into didactics at NYPQ.
God.
Thank you for that nice introduction, by the way.
You're welcome.
So ultrasound, the curriculum, the residency curriculum here, and ultrasound in general at NYPQ, we have 2 dedicated month-long rotations, your PGY1 and PGY2 year. PGY1 is paired with anesthesia, so you'll be rotating through the OR in the morning, getting proficient with airway, and then rotating majority of the rest of your day with us in the ED doing point-of-care scans. There are some days where you'll be with our airway guru, Jose Torres, just to kind of fine-tune those airway maneuvers that we do in the ED. PGY2, you're pretty much exclusively with us, myself, the other ultrasound faculty, and the fellows scanning in the department. And there's a small dedicated research portion as well. We do have 2 amazing fellows. Amazing things are happening here. Amazing fellows are happening here. Jerry Frankel and Nate Zerder currently, 2 of our other former chief residents who have stayed, and they're doing an excellent job as fellows now. As far as other things you do ultrasound wise here at our residency, we do a weekly tape review where we go through our scans that you've done for the week, break it down. We do a lot of didactics there as well and lectures. And we've become a very ultrasound heavy program over the past few years I've been here, which I've been very proud of. It's touched my heart. ASAP recommends that you do about 125 scans over the course of your residency, and in a 3-year residency, we're averaging about 560. Our bare minimum is 400, and our residents are far exceeding those numbers, so it's been great.
There is not a paucity of
I want to activate stroke team because my top lip is numb. I'm 100% having a
the
stroke.
second one. I don't know what's going on with the second one.
People, for those of you listening, I am trying to reel it in, but my tongue is on fire. There is not a paucity of ultrasound opportunities here. Every patient that runs into our trauma room is an ultrasound opportunity in itself. Whether they're hypotensive, we do a rush exam, chest pain, shortness of breath. There's a cardiac and lung exam. Our residents get really, really, really well trained in especially emergency and critical care ultrasound. So, you will graduate here with profound, ultrasound capabilities. I think, most of my residents reach out to me after they graduate and they're just like, I'm teaching ultrasound to the people that I'm working with currently because they don't know anything about ultrasound, and I was just trained very well in it. So I think we have a very robust ultrasound experience here in general.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with the white guy that can't eat beans. Yeah. Tell me about some of...
We incorporated ultrasound into our escape room today.
Yeah, I
so
heard
we
some
have Tapsy, a little Tapsy action. You'd be proud.
Yeah, I was very proud.
So I will tell you this. I mean, I've noticed over the course of the last 2-3 years, we are actually implementing a lot more additional ultrasound. Like we used to do a lot of cardiac and critical care ultrasound, but it seems like we're also now adding to our portfolio a lot of orthopedic ultrasound. Mm-hmm. It seems like, and I think a lot of that has to do also with Victor Huang, who we hired for sports medicine, but we're doing a lot more ultrasound for joint reductions and that sort of thing. Can you talk a little bit about what we're doing kind of on the new frontier of ultrasound, nerve blocks, and orthopedics and stuff like that?
So we've incorporated a lot more of the advanced stuff. So you mentioned critical care. We've probably even taken that to the next level in terms of advanced cardiac ultrasound, mostly being done in our recess bay. We've incorporated bowel ultrasound as well, SBO studies, even diverticulitis, which is brand new. I think the paper just came out maybe a month ago. But we've been incorporating that as well. And then Victor has been a great asset in terms of taking our MSK and procedural ultrasound to the next level. So Victor's actually my co-resident. He was a year behind me at North Shore, so I've known him for a long time. I roasted him at his graduation. That's how well I know him. But he's really augmented not only from the ultrasound side of things in terms of using ultrasound for shoulder reductions, tendon ruptures, particularly procedural blocks, so compartmental blocks. We just launched a very a very involved multidisciplinary initiative for fascia iliaca blocks on our older hip fracture patients, basically any hip fracture patient, but particularly our geriatric patients. That's been going great, and Victor was a huge part in getting that up off the ground. But I think just in terms of our residency curriculum in general, he's been able to augment the orthopedic side of things in terms of splinting, different procedures, aspiration of joints. So, I mean, only have good things to say about my buddy Victor.
Right. Well, I'm glad you mentioned him, and that's a great segue into kind of the next topic is the orthopedic sports medicine curriculum at NYPQ. We never really necessarily had a formalized or structured curriculum period, but since Victor has come on, he's done an amazing job of just revamping the orthopedic curriculum here. And I think just between the lectures and the blog posts and the ultrasound applications, I think our residents are a lot more savvy in orthopedic procedures. I wish Victor could be here today, but he couldn't be here. I think secretly he couldn't handle the hot sauce. But,
he may have said that to me.
But yes, I'll be the first one to say that all the attendings are half of them are already trained in doing nerve blocks, and the other ones are currently in the process of being certified, so that this becomes a regularly. Are you okay? Yeah. We are. You are in a room full of ER doctors if you need some help. So that's great. Thanks for sharing that. But overall, orthopedics and ultrasound, two amazing elements to our curriculum here. You won't go wrong at NYPQ with both ultrasound and ortho. Let's switch gears for a second now, and let's talk about international opportunities. There's somebody that also couldn't be here, and her name is Christine Chen. Christine Chen was a graduate of this program in 2016, and she went on to do her Global Health and International EM Fellowship at St. Luke's Roosevelt. And then she went to California for a couple of years, and then, like many people do, they realized the error of their ways, that they left this place, and then they come back. Yeah. So she is now back, and one of the primary reasons she came back was to kind of augment the international experience here at NYPQ and kind of help facilitate some of the international opportunities that we have here. But I'm going to let Anita speak to that, because Anita's already done a ton of them. She's been on at least 2 to 3 trips. Yeah. So tell us about the kind of international opportunities and global health aspect of of our training.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first and foremost, I love traveling, and I hope that we can go back to doing that real soon.
Why can't we travel right now?
There's a little thing, like a virus that's going around. Do you remember
it?
It's
really a virus?
Like a little thing that like the whole world is shut down. 2020 was just canceled altogether. Oh. Essentially.
I don't watch the news, so I don't know. I don't know about these things.
But we have actually a fund called the J.M. Kwok Scholarship. So John Michael Kwok was one of actually my co-residents. He was in the class of 2018. And when he died on August 29th, 2017, after a long and courageous battle with melanoma, we set up a fund because he was so passionate about global health, and we decided that we wanted to give the residents the same opportunity. So PGY3s during your international elective month, you're given a stipend, pretty great travel stipend actually, to go and seek opportunities to kind of give back to the world, right? So it's kind of on threefold. You are, in a way, either developing emergency medicine in other countries or giving back to maybe this underserved population, and things like that. So
that's great. I mean, there's even before the JM scholarship, I think that there were definitely residents who kind of seized the day, carpe diem, type of thing, and went and did amazing things. But I think since unfortunately, JM did pass away, but one of his, in order to honor his legacy, I'm so honored that there is a scholarship where we can support our residents to go abroad and do amazing things, essentially. And we've pretty much gone to like every single continent. I mean, other than Antarctica, of course. Although I would welcome that if somebody presented me like an amazing emergency medicine proposal on how to take care of penguins. I guess I don't know. It could fly. I don't know.
Oh, it can fly. Oh my god.
It could fly. I don't know.
That's a bad dad joke. Come on.
Actually, that wasn't even.
Did you realize
That wasn't even intentional. No, penguins can fly. That's the thing.
They
Penguins
cannot.
just strut.
They cannot fly.
Penguins cannot fly.
They cannot fly.
But the proposal could fly.
Penguins, what you said.
By the way, I just want to point out that
Yeah.
you still haven't eaten your wings. But yeah. So it sounds like. So what are we doing in the meantime while we have COVID? Nobody's really traveling. I'll just add here that Christine has been super instrumental in just kind of helping us still reach out to the community and starting a lot of community outreach projects that ideally would have been great abroad, but now they're just a lot more local.
So I know for sure that the SIM team, what we do is we go out and we do hands-only CPR for a lot of the community as well. We taught hands-only CPR at the Queen's Botanical Garden for any bystanders and for the employees and the staff there. We've done hands-only CPR at the local elementary school for in case there's choking involved, and parents at home. So there's a lot of other opportunities that we're doing as well.
Well, before COVID, when we did go away, tell me what's going on in the top right over there.
So actually, this is us, the SIM team, teaching ACLS and BLS to, we were in Myanmar, actually. This was the last trip I took before the world shut down. This is back in January of 2020. This is January 20th or
Wait, the world shut down?
Yeah, the world shut down.
Why?
There's a thing called a virus. There was this virus going on.
I gotta read about this. I don't know much about this. Okay, well then what? And then what about on the left there?
That is actually Mark Gavorkian. He is one of our most recent graduated third years, who went to Peru to teach and learn ultrasound over there. I know there are a lot of people. There's Poonam Desai, who went to Sri Lanka, did the same. She's a part of the global developing EM organization.
You went with her too, right? To Sri
I went with
Lanka?
her as a second year.
Right.
I did my ultrasound rotation in Sri Lanka. And actually, it was really great. I actually have taken a lot of these chances to go abroad.
She's been abroad too. She's been to Cuba, I think, Philippines, Fiji.
I went to Fiji.
I don't know if Fiji was really ultrasound. I think that's more
yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
But, supposedly she taught ultrasound in Fiji too.
Yeah, she taught ultrasound on the beach.
right. Exactly.
That's what I would do.
Well, that's great. So thank you so much, both of you, for for explaining all of those facets of emergency medicine in our program.
Yeah.
And I hope that the wings didn't kill you. Well, you didn't even eat the wings, so
I
know
ate
you're
this
still
one and I
alive.
had a stroke. Okay, stroke is real.
Well, anyway, guys, that's a wrap for round 4. Thank you so much for joining us.